Well, hello, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
Man, how old is that Hawks sound effect, man?
It's
That's been there forever.
Like going on 10 years, I think.
Someone did it for you too. That you didn't make that. Somebody
No.
did it for you, didn't they?
Somebody did. I want to say Jason. I want to say it was Jason,
I think so.
but I could be wrong.
So
Hey, look at that. We
iconic.
got people jumping in right
Hey,
away.
Push.
And Ginger
Let's
are
get
here.
it. Hi, Ginger. We're getting it. We're getting it done.
Getting something done. You
Eyes
just,
wide.
what's going on, man? What's happening?
It's Tuesday.
We got to
It's a
pretend like
nice,
we haven't been
rare,
talking for the last
normal-
hour.
It's a nice rare occasion when we get to record on the day we are usually do it, at the time we usually do it at. It's very nice.
It is. It is. I texted you earlier.
so
I was
yeah.
like, hey, man, it's like regular time.
Yeah, I was like,
Ish.
ish. I mean, look. You gotta get some food in you. You need
Yes.
energy.
Yes.
You know, you gotta get some energy in you. We gotta get our yapping done at the beginning, so we're not
Yes.
just yapping about random stuff.
I don't have to protect the kayfabe before the record button. So I give you all the juicy details, and then when we hit record, then, I got to like censor myself.
which is fine.
Well, then, yeah, it's
Which is
fun
good.
too. It's a good practice.
People
And
are too, people are too honest on here. I just watched a YouTube video of this random person. They're like, I don't know how to make friends, so I'm gonna throw it out there, and if you live in my city, and she didn't say the city, just like I live in this state. They're like, can we be friends? I was like, oh, that's so sweet, but a little too honest. That's a little honest.
it sounds like a
Like,
serial
that
killer to
stuff,
me.
No. Based on their other videos, they don't seem like that, at least. But like, it's very sweet. But again, just like, you gotta be careful on the internet. People be crazy, yo.
People do be crazy, Francis. That is very true. And in my line of work, I see crazy all the time. And we're going to pull the curtain back just a smidgen, just a little bit. You don't get to see the whole old man behind the curtain. You get to see his cankles. But this past week at my workplace, a teenager punched me right in the face. And it had zero effect. And, there's no fun end of the story. Like, I kicked his ass in front of an audience of people that cheered me on and congratulated me at the end for teaching them a lesson.
They still cheered you on.
They did cheer me on in the sense of, like, thank you for getting rid of that kid. How's your face?
doing your job.
And I say, I'm Irish, so he has to try harder. Plus, he missed. He didn't go for the eye, and he didn't go for the chin. So he doesn't know how to punch.
You love tapping your cheek.
I mean,
You just love tapping your cheek. It's like,
you don't really want to, you can get punched so hard in the cheek area to crush, your orbital bone. That could be a thing. But
you're gonna more likely break your fingers punching the cheek because
Yeah.
the cheekbone is thick.
It's thick.
It's sturdy bone.
look, if you're going to get punched someplace, you want to get punched in the forehead. But you got to see it coming. This situation, without going into the details, went from 0 to 150 in about 6 steps. And the kid actually said that he was going to punch me. And I said, you're not going to do shit, bitch. And then he punched me. So, it's a lesson, I guess. If you're going to...
I was gonna say, what's the moral of the story?
I don't know, actually, because the thing... Okay, so you and I talked about this, and I still haven't come up with good wording for it. But the old adage, the old saying, Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth or whatever. Punch in the face, punch in the mouth. I think there's a other side to that, which is something to the effect of, what if you punch somebody and it has no effect? What do you do then? Because that's what happened. He punched me and he knocked my glasses off my face, but let's be real, that's not hard to do. I knock my glasses off farting sometimes. So, I mean...
You need to get those, that little,
the
thing that goes from the back,
the leash, the glasses leash.
Glasses.
Yeah. So like, yeah, the thought did go through my mind to kick this kid's ass, but then, because there was no video evidence of him punching me, it would just me beating a teenager's ass, which probably wouldn't look good.
Which, and nobody would blame you either.
No one would stop me. But there was also there were two other kids involved, and it was the decision to just get them out of the store was the right one, I believe. But the point is, I haven't been punched in the face in well over 25 years. At least 20 that I can think of. 25, I think, is more likely. And it's always a great reminder to be like, oh, good. I still know how to take a punch. Yes, it was a teenager. He swung with all his might and did nothing. But
yeah, no bruise.
No bruise. Hey, look, my face, my girl catcher is still in symmetrical form and everything.
You're practically glowing.
Yes, my teeth are still in the same crooked position they were in before. I didn't lose any teeth.
Okay, good.
So, I mean, it was just, I was shocked. I was flabbergasted more than I was mad, but I was more shocked at first. Like, holy shit, this little kid just attempted to knock me out and he failed miserably.
That's a lesson for him. He learned the lesson and has his own saying of whatever it is the saying is when you punch someone and nothing happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't recommend getting punched in the face. It's not something I go out there and do. UFC, MMA, and boxers, and them clowns that fucking voluntarily get slapped in the face on TV and shit on that show with a slap competition, slap Olympics or whatever it's called. Good for all of them.
Yeah,
But when I was a teenager, I got run-ed over by a truck and got a really bad concussion. And my neurologist, doctor person, said not to get hit in the head anymore, or otherwise it might be a vegetable.
Well, luckily you really didn't. Luckily you just got tapped. So
yeah, it did not.
No
my cheekbone, it's a little tender to the touch. I'm not saying I went completely unscathed, right? The human body still reacts to blunt force trauma, but like the most thing I was concerned about was, where the fuck did my glasses go?
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Once the ordeal was over, it was like, okay, I think I rolled my ankle, but I'm more concerned as to where my glasses are, because I'm halfway across the state right now and I need to go home. Not at the moment, but eventually I need to drive home and I need my glasses. I had a Velma moment.
Lanyard on your glasses.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, I didn't have the short skirt or nothing, but I had a moment where I was like, I can't see without my glasses. It's part of the thing that I do that we don't talk about, that if you hear in other, past episodes, or if we hint about it enough, you can figure it out. But it's just part of my job. The variable of possible violence is there for all 8 hours of my shift. But
I feel like
99% of
not as much mystery.
It shouldn't be, but 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time. Everything is cool. It's just that one little tiny percent that makes my job fun, really. But, I also need to speak with my superiors as to where the line is, because I don't get paid enough to be a punching bag. Because somebody else is, I'm going to get hit by another Irishman, and they're going to know where to hit an Irishman, and I'm going to go out, and that's not going to be fun. I might be the vegetable then.
It's like, can I accidentally throat punch these people? Can I just accidentally just one to the throat, please?
Can I just accidentally DDT somebody? Just go full wrestling on somebody. That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's something I need to check in with, but yeah, it was more, like I said, more than anything else. It was, holy shit, I haven't been punched in the face in a really long time. Because normally I seen it coming, been able to block him with my right and kick him with my left, or whatever.
Well, technically you did, I guess, right? Like,
I mean, kind of. I turned both the guy's arms into silly straws so he wouldn't punch anybody, including myself. But then he tried to kick me. And, and all this happening, at some point, I rolled my ankle, which I didn't realize till after they left, and I had my moment with the glasses, and then I started walking away, and I'm like, why am I limping? And I get
pimp.
Well, yeah. But, I get home that night, and I take my sock off, and, like, my foot's swollen, it's all bruised. I'm like, what happened? But it reminds me back when I first started this particular thing, and one of my coworkers that I was standing next to got punched in the face. And somehow the energy from the punch went through my partner's body, traveled through the ground and up into my body, and I fell over. So
the sonic boom from the punch.
Yeah, like like when Van Damme had to break like the third brick down, in the stack. It was kind of like that. Yeah. But so this time, since there was nobody standing next to me, I guess. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Oh, hang on.
Points.
So since there was nobody standing next to me this time, I guess the energy that should have went into my face traveled through my body and was about to leave my body via my foot, but then it stopped, I guess, and it bruised my foot. Better than the girl catcher.
You were Kevin Bacon for a second there.
What does that mean?
Footloose.
Points.
Nice. Actually, you know what? When I was leaving the house this morning, on one of the TVs in the house, Footloose was on. That's meta.
Oh,
That's
nice.
meta.
Was he doing his gymnastics in the freaking barn?
No, they were preparing. It was towards the end because I think they were cleaning the barn for the dance. I believe.
Sure.
But you did say something about gymnastics. I don't want to talk about my work and my face getting punched anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, you did mention something.
Try this, sir.
You did say something about gymnastics, and I'm not going to say that this next thing is gymnastics. This is not a horrible transition. But the WWE's Royal Rumble was this past weekend.
So you had an opportunity because you did mention wrestling earlier, and I'm like, oh, he's going to transition to the Royal Rumble because he mentioned wrestling.
Oh, damn it! I don't even remember saying it. But the Royal Rumble was this past weekend, and of WWE's offerings of gimmicky pay-per-views, the Royal Rumble's always been my favorite because you got 30 different entrants that come in, and sometimes you get people from the way back past or up and comers, This year, WWE has partnered with another major organization called Total Non-Sport Action, TNA. Ha ha ha.
Non-sport?
Total Nonstop Action. That's what it is.
Oh, non-stop. Okay.
I believe that's what it stands for. But anyway, WWE and TNA teamed up. They have an active partnership of some sort. And this year, one of the big entrants was the TNA World Champion, a guy by the name of Joe Hendry, who's made a huge name for himself on the indies prior to his run in TNA. At one point had the number 4 charted song on Apple Music, Apple charts, because it's a great story. Actually, he released it. It's a song he made. It's his theme song, whatever. He put it out on a Monday. Most people put out music on Fridays. So on the first part of the week, he had a top 5 charted song, and it's like a minute long wrestling theme. It's a cheesy ass song, but it's fun. But he shows up. That was really cool. Got a really big pop. One of the wrestlers, longtime wrestlers that was in the ring at the time, was standing in the corner watching this guy do his thing and looking out at the crowd reaction. I mean, it's all wrestling, right? But the portrayal was like he was really enjoying what he was watching, and it got squashed. And but it was just kind of cool to see the guy get an opportunity to be there, which is not why I brought it up. I brought it up because one of the WWE's new technique in marketing is to involve the young people as much as they can. I mean, Logan Paul's there. Travis Scott was just on the first episode on the Netflix.
Okay.
Smoking weed. Travis Scott smoking weed. And that was okay, I guess.
What depends on the state? I guess what state was it in?
I don't remember where they were. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
But anyway, it's not something you would have seen 5-6 years ago, 10 years ago.
No.
So they're trying to incorporate as much as they can the younger, get new fans. I mean, wrestling's always about getting new fans. So they invited IShowSpeed to live stream the event through his various channels, or I don't know who the guy is. I know he likes to do backflips. That's all I know about the guy. So, and he set his house on fire one time with fireworks. Outside of that, I don't know who the guy is. Apparently he's a gamer. He's got 35 million subscribers or something like that. So I don't remember which entry number it was, but the wrestler, it was his first Royal Rumble entry, and he went out to the crowd and was so stunned by everything, he passed out. Dink, dink. So the refs pull him back into the backstage area, and some of the worst acting in the world takes place over the next 30 seconds, where Triple H, the head of creative, the face of the WWE right now, looks around the room, stands up, once the crowd starts going, holy shit, is Trips going to get back in the ring? And even me, for a microsecond, was like, oh shit, Triple H is going to get in the ring, even with his heart condition and everything. That's probably not wise. And then the camera pans over as he goes, hey, Speed. I thought Speed Racer was there for a second. Him and Chim Chim, I was like, hell yes. They could get Mach 1 to just go in there. Oh, that'd be even better. They could have a little faction. So there's IShowSpeed in the corner live streaming, and some, like I said, horrible acting is happening where he's pretending to be shocked that he's not prepared to go into the ring. The announcers are selling it hard. He has no ring gear on. He has no pads. good luck, kind of thing. He goes out there, he milks the crowd a little bit, helps eliminate a wrestler and showboats in the middle of the ring, and does the thing he's known for, does the backflip. As soon as he lands the backflip, a wrestler that was in the ring starts running the ropes and spears what's his name? I don't want to call him IShowSpeed.
I don't actually know his name.
Whatever his name is, spears him, would basically mid chest tackles him in the middle of the ring, almost splits this gentleman in half. And it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen.
Darren.
All right, they speared Darren in the middle of the ring, and then the wrestler that did that then picks him up and presses him over his head, which, I mean, Darren looks to be about 106 pounds soaking wet, so it's probably not a big deal. So while he's pressed over this gentleman's head, gets thrown out of the ring into another monster's arms, who then throws him over his shoulders, over his head, like an asshole throwing away littering or something. Throws a bag over his shoulder and throws this guy into the commentator's booth. And that was IShowSpeed / Darren's appearance in the Royal Rumble, and probably my favorite part of the entire 30-man thing. It was great. I don't know who he is.
No.
I have nothing against the man, but I love when non-wrestlers get into a wrestling ring and get destroyed.
So streamers are becoming celebrities now.
Yes.
Streamers are celebrities now. It is what it is. Pokimane showed up at the Grammys for some weird reason. She was actually on the red carpet getting her picture taken, which I'm like, you're just a streamer. Why are you're known for nothing?
You're known to tease virgins and fucking sad grown men.
But so she was there. Oh yeah, she sells cookies and her bath water or whatever.
No, that was
the bath
Belle
Delphine.
Belle Delphine, yeah.
But I hate that I don't hate it. I get it. A bunch of 12-year-olds know who these guys are. Like a bunch of 12-year-olds know who IShowSpeed is. Known for backflips, playing Fortnite, and accidentally showing his penis on stream once. He's known for like a lot of things.
Fair.
And he's big on doing like pranks and skits, and like, again, his main audience are just are kids who can barely afford, who's giving their allowance to Twitch so they can subscribe to his channel.
His $10 subscription a month.
Yeah, so it's like, but I mean, he's a singer. He's like all these different things. He branches, so he's more of a talent than most people. But the fact that he got thrown around and got injured in the process, I don't think he mentioned.
Afterward, there's a picture. There's a few pictures out there. One, he's got like the wrestling neck brace on, which, I think he was at the Grammys the next night. Fine, so
yeah,
whatever. But he does have a patch of skin about 2 inches square missing from his shin calf area of his leg that I think got barked. I believe it was barked when he got thrown into the commentator's booth.
I think so too. Yeah,
because I don't think it happened during the spear, unless while getting driven into the mat, the other wrestler, the wrestler, whatever his name is, Braun Breaker, his boot, scuffed it. But I think it was probably from getting tossed into the commentary booth. But it was awesome. It was awesome. The women's
Okay,
Rumble
okay.
match was fun. There was a couple people from TNA that showed up. I can't remember their names. Jordan Grace was one of them. It doesn't really matter. It's a fun gimmick. Of all the gimmick pay-per-views they do, I like that one the most, just because it's chaos, and there's always a surprise, and that's what makes it fun.
When POI becomes too popular for its own good, will you appear on Royal Rumble and be thrown around?
I am 47 years old. No. my chance at wrestling stardom was about 25 to 30 years ago.
Dude, Undertaker refuses to leave. How old was he when did he leave? I don't know if he's still
He's
there or
done.
not, but
He's done finally.
100. Yeah. Like 150.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett. He actually started TNA, which is funny. He's 57, I believe. I'm trying to think of these older active wrestlers, because he's on his final run. John Cena's 40. I think he's the same age as me, 47. He's on his final run. Ric Flair did his final match at 70 something.
So technically, you have another 30 years. To really
Yeah,
have to
but he'd
retire.
been a wrestler since he was like 19. I would make
but
it.
they'll train you.
Look, man, I'd be willing. I'd go in there and I would manage. I'd be a good manager, and I would take manager bumps.
Just one throw into the ring from the top rope. Just one toss in,
I mean, yeah,
and then you could just lay there
and
stay
collect
there
my
afterwards.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Start cutting promos on my back in the middle of the ring.
Have just the giant POI symbol on the back of your shirt, so that people who are looking at you while you're laying there sprawled out.
Yeah.
POI, or does that say pod? I can't tell.
Throwback to 2015. The old POI logo was very the closest I can describe it is like wild style graffiti. But
Yeah, I was gonna say it's graffiti.
it was very graffiti, and the style was wild style, but not really. But it said POI, but for some reason a lot of people thought the I was a T. And there I am with Francis and another podcaster buddy of ours and some other people, and we got a booth at Denver Comic-Con, and I'm proud. I had a banner printed up with the date on it and everything to commemorate, like this is an accomplishment. Got it for free. The booth, the Comic-Con called me and said, "Please, we want you there." It was a moment.
Podcast corner.
Podcast peak.
Something.
Podcast peak.
Excuse me.
And yeah, we set up the banners, and all weekend, all 3 days, we see people walking the aisle, looking at all the different booths of all the different podcasters, and every one of us getting ready to slang business cards in our fucking pitch. And they get down to the POI booth, and they look up at the banner, and they grab their children and cover their eyes and walk them away.
No,
It wasn't
that
it
bad.
wasn't
We even
that
had, like,
bad.
a group of kids. They're like, "Can I record my voice?" And
Yeah,
I'm like,
we
"Yeah,
did.
here's
They
the mic."
they were like a group from like the YMCA or something like that.
Something like that. It was just a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. you
But
can
there was a
here's
lot
some
of-
comic books.
There was a lot of people all that weekend that were like, "Pot? What?"
Yeah, there was a dad that came up. He's like, "Pot? What does that stand for?" Like, no, it's points of interest.
Yeah. Look, see at the bottom.
It's like a T.
Yes, if you look harder, it also looks like an eye. So that's why.
Graffiti man.
That's why now it's a stencil, so there's no question. Even though somebody said that it looks like PQI. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
I get it.
I get it,
If it's
but
not, though,
it's not. It's
it's
clearly
not.
POI.
It's a no.
Yeah, so that Royal Rumble, fun, It's on if you got what channel, what is it? The Peacock. Like if you got the cock, it's on the cock. You can watch it on the cock.
Really? Oh God.
Yeah.
I want to give them money.
All right, well that's fine.
NBC doesn't need my money.
Well, money. Well, yeah, they don't. Actually, did you? I don't know. This has got nothing to do with anything. But the Grammys were the other night.
Grammys were Sunday night. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Beyonce won
I didn't.
her, like millionth of Grammy.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't know it was okay to be naked in public in L.A.
As long as it's see-through, yeah, you're fine.
Oh, but like
Kanye's wife.
the see-through. If you're wearing see-through undergarments as well, does it still count?
Who was that? I remember. I didn't
Kanye's wife was butt ass booty basically.
Oh yeah, because that's what she does. That's what she does.
She was
That's
like
what
in
makes her do
sheer undergarments with a sheer dress thing.
Every time she goes out, she's wearing something that it shows off her everything.
Oh,
And
well, I don't know. It's not my fucking. It's not my realm.
no, I know. It's just like God. Will Smith's son wore a castle on his head.
I saw that. Because I like weird stuff, and so you sign up to a couple weird Twitter things, and the best one. I wish I saved it. I wish what's the kid's name? Jaden Smith, cast as Castle Grayskull in the 2026 Masters of the Universe reboot. I fucking pissed myself laughing so hard.
Kid's in his 20s. He should know better by now. It's not a kid anymore. When he wore for prom, when he went to the prom with one of the Kardashian girls, he wore a white Batman suit to prom.
Like cowl and everything?
Owl, cape, Batman symbol in the middle, like full Batman outfit for prom. While his date was like in a nice dress, he was in a Batman cowl and cape. And he went to maybe it wasn't prom, but he went to a dance that way with one of the Kardashian girls. I'm like,
and that's normal. That's LA, man.
No.
I'm trying to be facetious or whatever. Like,
oh God, that kid is so dumb. Can't believe he was the Karate Kid for a second. Like, I can't believe he was.
Redact that statement. He was never the Karate Kid, sir. He was a kid that knew karate. Actually, he was a kid that knew fucking kung fu. That wasn't karate.
Yeah, he did know. Yeah.
So I stand on my statement. He is not a Karate Kid.
Yeah. So yeah, the Grammys. There you go.
Yeah, I saw the castle. I thought that was hilarious, being cast as Castle Grayskull. And it wasn't just that he was wearing the thing. It was like he was posing like a fucking robot, like all stiff.
Because he was wearing a tux. Because if he moves his head too much, that thing's gonna fall off.
Well, okay,
sure
fair point.
Something.
Fair point, but
yeah. It's like, the head's gonna fall off.
Was Michael Jordan at the Grammys?
No, he doesn't do anything anymore. He's retired.
Well, that's not necessarily true. He
golfs. That's what he does.
And he owns a NASCAR team, and he helps come up with marketing plans to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Jordan 1s.
Yes. Which is weird, given the date that I read about the Jordans, because I'm like, I think you're off.
85.
But I was 85. I thought it said 84. But
He went to court in 84, but the shoes I think he started wearing them in 84, but they came available to the public in 85. So context. I noticed recently that because video game Twitter was a light the other day with the new NBA 2K. And
Oh,
in the NBA 2K game, the Jordan logos have dink dink tape over the logo. And the tweet that I saw said that all Jordan logos are banned in NBA 2K5. And all the cynics jump in with, well, the game sucks, so he probably doesn't want to be associated with it. And I'm like, oh, of course. So I don't pay much attention to it because I'm not a basketball fan. I'm not a shoe guy.
Sure.
So it's not really, games is in my realm, but, I don't specify what games. I just say games. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm a racing fan. I watch a lot of different kinds of racing. Not a big NASCAR fan, but
I
again,
was gonna say, except for NASCAR.
I'm not a big NASCAR. I mean, it's there. I watch it, when there's nothing else on, but there's a lot of different kinds of racing on nowadays. But I did notice, again, through the Twitters, that the Jordan car had the same tape dink dink over the Jordan logo. And I was like, okay, this isn't an NBA 2K thing. This is more than that. What's going on? Well, here's the thing. It's a great marketing strategy because I looked it up and figured it out. It's to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the Jordan 1s. But what's the marketing plan called? What was it?
Unbannable.
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 Unbannable is the marketing campaign name. Context, Jordan, he came up with the Nike and them came up with his own shoe. It was red
Air that has this whole story about how they came up with the Air Jordan and how they got Michael to endorse it. It's a good movie.
Okay. I haven't seen it, or a documentary or whatever. I'm not aware of this, but he wants to wear them. The NBA at the time said you can't because they're red and black and white. They need to be at least 51% white. Otherwise, we're going to fine you. And Jordan was like, go ahead, motherfucker. I'm already rich. In every game.
He wasn't.
I don't know. In every game he wore his Jordan shoes, the red and black ones. They were the same color as the Bulls, whatever the Bulls colors. I'm guessing red, black, and white.
Red and black.
They fined him $5,000 per game, and he was like, "Whatever, motherfuckers! I just signed a fucking Nike deal. They're paying the fine." And he kept wearing the shoes until the NBA remissed their prior statements and let them. They unbanned the shoe. It's unbannable.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, I'm not a shoe guy. I think you buy shoes to fucking wear them. I don't understand people that flip shoes.
Because yes, you're right. Because people do buy shoes to collect, and they'll spend. I had a girlfriend who would buy shoes for $200 to $300 a piece, and never wear them because they're collector shoes. So you just leave them in the box somewhere for someone to stare at some point.
I can't talk too much shit because in this closet to my left is not to mention the fucking multitude of boxes in my mom's basement of toys. Most are still sealed in boxes. So I can't give too much shit. But
sure.
Much like cars, they are meant to be driven. Shoes are meant to be worn. Toys are meant to be played with. Yes, I get it. But I don't have any children. So there is no reason for me to be, as a 47-year-old, to be playing with toys. So they're fun to look at in a box. And I could see, because, toy boxes you can see through. Fucking shoe box you got to open.
You can.
And every time you open a cardboard hinge, it gets weaker.
No, you're supposed to take them out and put them on a display. Like, ideally, you're putting it on display. to see. You're not supposed
Are
to
shoe
look at the box, you're
collectors
supposed to look
worried about yellowing of the plastics in their shoes?
It shouldn't, because it's leather. It should be leather, so it shouldn't yellow.
The tips of the shoelaces are plastic.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The
I don't know if they remove the
plastic oxidizes over time.
Yeah, it might just be the laces. Sure, maybe the laces, but the shoes themselves should.
Yeah, I don't know.
last.
I'm just talking
Like,
shit
yeah.
because I saw a quick little thing and I should have watched the rest of it, but this is the dangers of collecting shoes. And the guy opened up the box and like the shoe was falling apart.
Okay.
So there's always a context issue with the internet.
Sure.
It was probably flood damaged or something, and let's throw a different spin on it. I don't know, but either way, I found it interesting that like I said, I kept seeing the Jordan logo taped over, dink dink, and like I said, great marketing campaign because it fucking worked. Because I looked it up, found all the information about it. I still don't give a shit, but at least I found the reason why. And to me, that's a successful marketing campaign. A lot better than Corona's seltzer water slogan in early 2020. Corona is coming ashore.
Speaking of campaigns, though, real quick.
Yes.
You've heard the phrase "the customer is always right."
Yes, it's usually followed by the customer is usually an asshole.
So apparently, that's not the saying. That's not the complete saying.
Oh well,
Apparently, we've been.
that's the thing. The saying about cats and curious and 9 lives and shit. There's a whole other sentence that nobody ever talks about.
No, you're joking.
I'm not.
Oh, I need to look this up because I was shocked because I mean, I've lived a long life and I always heard the customer is always right. But it's the customer's always right in matters of taste. That's the phrase. That's the saying. But we took out that last part to make it sound like, well, whatever the customer says, they're right.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's supposed to mean whatever they get, don't ever criticize them for anything they purchase ever. Just be like, if they want that stupid looking thing, they're right. The stupid looking thing
Fucking
is amazing.
sell them that stupid looking thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when I found that out, I'm like, my life has been a lie for years. Because I thought it was like, oh, you have to kiss the ass of the customer because they're always right. No. They're just always right in matters of taste. Oh, okay.
I mean, you say that, and I don't think anybody ever said that, but I was always kind of, anytime I was in a selling position, I was always basically told that. Like you said, they want this fucking ugly item. Sell the fuck out of this ugly item. Pretend like you want it.
Exactly.
Pretend like you got one for crying out loud. But, whatever they want, sell it to them. Don't talk them out of it. But the one about the cat. I don't even know what the fucking cat one is, but somebody was talking about it and they were like, look, and they looked it up and there's a whole other sentence to this. I wish I could remember what the cat one was.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Yes.
But a satisfaction brought it back.
Yes.
You're joking.
I'm not.
But that is so.
I can't tell you how many times I've killed the cat.
So in other words, it's fine to be curious.
Yes.
It's supposed to be like, oh, if you're curious, you're gonna get no. But if you're happy with what you found out, you're coming right back because you're done. You got it. Like, I hate. Wow.
I'm
That
sure
is
lock them up, and look this one up. Lock them up and throw away the key.
Okay.
That's not really the same thing, is it? I guess it kind of is.
Let's see. Oh, that's the full phrase.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. That's what I said. Like, is it the same thing?
I didn't know either.
I don't know. But yeah.
No, we're discovering new things here, and good. I needed that the curiosity killed the cat one. I'm so glad. Thank you for that, because I was like, oh,
See,
now I'm gonna be
now you
curious
know
about
how to
everything.
light
This ain't gonna
everybody's.
hurt them.
You know how to light everybody's week now.
Yeah.
You could be that guy. You could
Oh, yeah,
walk
that was
up
amazing.
into the water jug thing, the igloo tomorrow at work, and push your glasses up and be like, "Hey, did you know?"
I already- well, the is right thing I just learned today too. So it's funny that I'm also learning the curiosity killed the cat thing today too. So I'm learning a lot today. I learned those two phrases. So
Well,
satisfaction brought back.
would you like to learn about something I found out about?
Please, I like learning.
It's definitely
Learning-
not as fucking educational as what you just looked up, but you know, I looked it up and giggled to myself, and it has a bit of continuity because we talked about this a couple episodes ago. But some internet OnlyFans chick we spoke about a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. That banged 1,057 guys. She had plans to release said video on her OnlyFans account and charge a premium for it, I'm sure. But she didn't think all the way, her plan all the way through. She forgot to read the fine print of the OnlyFans TOS, which states something to the effect of anybody that participates in OnlyFans content needs to be vetted and verified for age and name. None of the people in this 1,057 chain of boners had their ages verified or their identities checked. So the video that she destroyed her vagina for, I don't know how vaginas work,
I'm sure it's right.
did it with the purpose to put it out on OnlyFans, and now she can't put it out there.
Yeah.
Now she could probably Patreon it or Ko-Fi it or something, Ko-Fi, whatever that one is.
Coffee, yeah.
Maybe that one.
Because
or-
it's supposed to be like you're buying a cup of coffee, yeah.
Oh, well, then you're going to have to buy a shitload of coffee then if you're going to try and get 1,057 gangbang. Or train, I guess. Yeah, train.
Okay, that's a very specific kind of person who would find that arousing.
I
because
mean,
it's
if you're
just
one of the
like-
1,057, you're probably going to want to watch your own stroke.
I guess.
I don't know.
'Cause there was like a clip. There was a clip of her interviewed about the situation,
Okay.
and they're like, "Well, how long are they there for?" And she's like, "Well, a few seconds." I'm like, "What? A few seconds?" Like that's
We
it?
did the math.
Like,
We did the math on the
Yeah.
episode. It was like 45 seconds,
yeah.
30
It's
seconds,
nothing.
something like that.
But-
Which is why I was
that
asking,
doesn't count-
how many fluffers did she have in the hallway? Because you'd have
that
to
doesn't-
you'd have to
that
go through a
doesn't keep
series of
switching out.
fluffer. You have to go through a series of them. Like you get light fluffing at the beginning, and you get really heavy fluffing right before you walk through the door, so you can just finish.
It's a well timed Viagra. That's what it is. Just
That's the other thing that I
couple
said.
hours and-
That's the other thing I said. Yeah, what if you're 1,055? Right?
You have to time it.
You got to plan that shit out.
You know.
But I think it's hilarious that the plan to put it on the platform that she did it for, and then the platform is like, no, you forgot to read the fine print.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, good on OnlyFans for having like
Some
a
standards.
business model.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, no, just like, yeah, like, you know.
Well,
a
I'm
business model.
sure some porn company out there, which I fucking don't even know what any porn companies even, exist nowadays. Let's just say Vivid, because that's one that I could pop out of the drawer of history.
Right.
Maybe they would pay for it and then charge $60 a fucking Blu-ray for it or download. I don't think you'd print that. I think that's just a
How much
download.
do you think because she can't get it through OnlyFans anymore, which was like you probably charge like $15 a month for her thing, probably an extra amount for that, because you can still charge even though you're paying a monthly fee. You can charge for bonus content.
Right, which I'm sure that's what it would have been.
How much do you think a video like that would be worth?
Worth?
Like,
fucking $5?
Yeah. That's a lot.
How many times are you gonna fucking watch a train, 1,057 person train? How many times are you gonna watch that and be like, oh, that was enjoyable? I enjoyed the first third of this movie.
I guess you can't edit it down because you're gonna miss people in the train. You're gonna miss some of those guys, so you have to show the whole 12 hours, like straight. Like the video had to be 12 hours long. That's insane.
You know how many battery packs that
you
is?
Fast forward. You just like, do you just go through the like?
Are the chapters the dudes' names? So if you were in there, you can just fast forward to your name, be like, oh yeah, look at me stroke those 4 strokes.
Like,
oh, I'm done. All right, moving on.
It's in alphabetical order, so I'm probably number. Like
shit, my last name's Popcorn.
It's like, oh yeah, oh man, my name is Zane. I'm gonna be at the end. At least I know where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't give you a straight answer to your question, sir. I cannot. I can't.
I really want to know how many people were willing to pay, though. Like, I want to know how many people were willing to fork over the cash to see. Like, I guess I'd have curiosity, like just morbid curiosity. I don't know how anyone could be,
again,
like,
Francis. 1,057 men signed up, paid, whatever, to stand in a hallway, jerking off with 1,056 other dudes, waiting for fucking 30 seconds of
like
fame, of I don't even
extra.
know. I mean, once you're 1,057, I think you just. I don't even
It's just
know.
an extra. You don't notice them. You don't notice their existence. They're just.
I'm just saying, like, no.
And I'm curious if she just lays there, or does she change positions, or does she like does she do anything, or does she just like spread eagle, just lays there for the entire 12 hours? It's like, well, I need the most relaxing. Does she take bathroom breaks? Because 12 hours is a long time. Does she eat?
Does she? Well, I mean, like I said on the show when we talked about it, if anything, according to the history of fucking daytime television, condoms break all the time. So,
I'm curious. Did they even use them? Did they? Do you know?
Why are you asking me? That is not my fucking facet of porn, sir.
You found the article. I did not know that.
I just have, because remember, my Twitter consists of my interests and also naked ladies.
Oh, there you go.
So at some point, one of those naked ladies retweets another naked lady, and somewhere down the line, I found out about this long hallway of boners. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Not, I don't, no.
Wow.
I can't even, that's why I have too many questions.
Well, she paid $30,000 to rent the mansion for the day. So there's already $30,000 out of her pocket.
$30,000 in the hole, not to mention your hole. You had to fucking.
Oh, no one has seen the video, so no one has seen it yet either. So no, oh wow. Oh, there you go.
There you go. So, like I said, it's all just been filmed, and it's just like your cartoon project. It's just gonna sit in production hell.
So there's a video though of a concerned mom dragging her 19-year-old out of the line from that apparently proves that the video happened because there's a video of the mom pulling her son out of the line in the mansion for the marathon.
Well, how'd she find out about it?
Wow.
That's the story, Francis. Not that she pulled the kid out of line. How'd she find out about it and know where to go?
I don't.
There's a story there, Francis. What's this lady's number? Let's find her number.
The clip, which showed a large room littered with condoms, paper towels, discarded blue balaclavas that were worn by the men taking part. So they all wore balaclavas, okay, during the whole thing.
Well, yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
be. You don't want to be sitting there in the hallway jerking off and staring at the guy fucking next to you.
So no,
Or
so
more you
no
do,
names.
and you don't want to be known that you you're in the closet or something like that. So wearing the balaclava, gives you that anonymity.
So that means everyone was anonymous then, for the most part.
Don't
Or-
discourage or diss that group of fine individuals. They all looked like burglars. They weren't anonymous. They had Guy Fawkes masks on.
Oh, jeez. I don't even know. That's funny though.
I'd show up in a Batman costume. That would be my balaclava,
Hey,
is the
Jaden's-
fucking cowl. Just the Batman cowl. Like, I'm Batman.
No, I just think.
And then when I was done, I'm like, I'm Batman. I'd go from
I don't
Adam
have
West.
time to be there.
I'd go from Adam West to Christian Bale in my time.
God. Your 42 seconds or whatever.
Yeah. I don't even know, man. I don't understand the type of person that says I want to get railed through. First of all, I don't understand that person. Then I don't understand the number. Then I don't understand the fucking sign up process. And at that point, during the sign up process, you're like, how many other motherfuckers are signing up for this thing? And then you show up
I'm
to
sure
the
they
fucking
do.
place, and then there's just rubbers and fucking used paper towel, all partially wet and sticky. That's gross.
It's a biohazard.
Well, yeah. And then, like I said, you got no fluffers or nothing, so you're just sitting there in the hallway, just standing next to a bunch of other motherfuckers just jerking off.
I mean, now that at first I was like, it's not a line. They're just hanging out in like a room on the side. It's not
Next.
called. But apparently, yeah.
Serving
No,
number 7.
With the mom pulling out the son, I'm assuming that now it sounds like there was just a line that went around the mansion, just of naked dudes just wrapping around the mansion.
I want to talk to this mom. I've got questions.
I'm sure she's got answers.
I would love to hear them. That'd be a great fucking. That would be awesome. Can you put your son on the line, madam? All right, kid. Answer some questions.
man.
How many fluffers were there? Was it just a line of dudes jerking off?
Oh, look at this. The lady who was naked on the Grammys will not face legal consequences because technically it's illegal to be naked in public like that in California. So
She
apparently
is
it's
or
not gonna get
isn't?
charged.
Is it or is not?
It's not.
Okay.
Not. No, she got away with it.
Hmm.
Oh my God, I'm looking at it now.
See, when I told you
point?
you hadn't seen it. That's why I knew you hadn't seen it, because you were just like, whatever. She always always shows up wearing
'cause
something stupid or nothing.
Well, she wears something similar in public because there's always pictures of her on Reddit of like, there's his girlfriend again, half naked in public.
Hmm.
But I didn't realize it was pretty much she was wearing mosquito netting.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Here's mosquito netting. There you go.
So
Here's everything.
here I am scrolling through the Twitters. I see that the Grammys are happening. I'm like, oh, okay, there's 4 hours I don't care about. And then I see clips starting to come out of there, and I see Castle Grayskull, posing for pictures, and the thing that we're just talking about now. And then I see this. What's this other thing I saw? I don't know what a Christina Carpenter.
Carpenter? Oh.
What's her name?
Sure. Isn't it Christine? I think it's Christine Carpenter.
Well, whatever it is, that is a pop star. Holy shit. Like the definition of a pop star. What's her name?
I don't know her name.
Oh, I thought you were looking it up.
Sabrina
Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter.
I saw some clip, I guess it was from the show, where she was walking down a staircase and just kept walking down into the staircase into, you can't see her, and she popped up. And I don't know what she sings about. I know that right now people are kind of divisive about her because she's too sexy, or she's just the right amount of sexy and whatever. I don't know. All I know is I was like, holy shit, that's a pop star. And she's cute.
I think she's the one with the Christmas song.
Yes.
That's like
that you hated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I just think it's weird to be like, that's what you're gonna sing about. Okay.
Being obsessed about a guy.
Song about that. No, it's not being obsessed. It's being horny at Christmas.
Oh, I don't remember. Christmas was 8 million years ago. Yeah. January was a hard year.
I guess.
Joke grenade. I don't think I have anything else written on this piece of paper here, Francis.
Well,
you know what I have been doing?
I mean,
actually, there is one little thing here.
Hit me. What have you been doing?
As I've stated many times, I like watching reactions to movies or reactions to music, reactions of whatever. And I saw people were reacting to a early 1970s song. I knew the song, and I was like, okay, I got to check this out. A band from the Netherlands called Focus. They got a song called Hocus Pocus. It involves...
I think I know the song.
It involves yodeling. And people reacting to it. They're reacting to a live version of it. I believe it's the Gladys Knight show. And it's the original track is really slower tempo, but not the film. Hocus Pocus was a film, yes, but no, the song is called Hocus Pocus from a band called Focus. It's a crazy ass song. You don't expect to hear yodeling and flute and whistling in a kind of a rock band, but it's a great song. And people reacting to the live version of it is priceless because they don't expect it. But the point being is sometimes I'll watch reaction videos and I'll come across a song that I fucking love that's not in my library. And I'm like, oh shit, I got to add this.
Dude, that's where the money's at. You just need to start doing reaction videos. You need to start reacting to
Yeah,
them.
but I'm not a fucking animated character. I react to everything the same way. I'm like, oh.
That's the gimmick. Because usually everyone exaggerates their reaction to things whenever they like. I've seen enough reaction videos to be like, they're obviously taking it to the next level because it's more entertaining that way. When you're like overly excited or overly sad or overly whatever about something. So you're the one. Your gimmick is that you just react like a normal person would react to something. Like, huh. The Fantastic Four trailer came out today.
It did.
I can just be at the...
I saw, well, I did see the trailer. I didn't have my glasses on, so I can't give you the full critique of it.
Why didn't you have your glasses on? to watch
It was the
trailer?
first thing I saw this morning. I turned on the YouTube machine. It was like, oh, the countdown to the launch. And I'm like, it's fucking 2 hours. There's a trailer that's 2 hours long. What the fuck is this? And it was just a clock time, like a dumbass streamer does, but they just do 5 minutes before they start. This was Disney, like an hour and a half before the launch of the trailer. And I'm sure there was Easter eggs in this hour and a half, 2 hour thing. But I was like, I'm not watching this. And then I back out and the trailer was ready. So I just watched the trailer.
Yeah, because the trailer landed at 4 o'clock in the morning on February 4th. It was Fantastic Four.
Not as cool. Not as
okay.
cool as Sega. They tried, but they're not as cool as Sega.
What did Sega do?
They launched the Saturn on September 9th, 1999.
Oh. Okay. That's pretty good. You're not gonna get that. If they waited for February 4th, 2104, then at least, but they have to wait 60 plus years to
Right.
80 years. Okay, so so you could react to that. You haven't you saw it without your glasses. Put your glasses on, react, be like,
It's another Marvel movie. Oh, look, Galactus.
there you go. Oh yeah. Oh, there's that. Oh look, it's the thing. He's got the eyebrows. Okay.
Comic book
'Cause I watched-
accurate thing from what the internet is saying.
Because the one I saw, so I did watch a reaction to the trailer, because it's when you watch the trailer, they're like, here's recommended videos. I'm like, okay, I'll watch a reaction. And of course, the reaction is,
Oh, yeah.
but you'll be like, huh, all right, okay,
Yeah, neat.
that's your gimmick.
Push. The 32X came out in 1994. The Saturn was 99. So yes, they did 32X before that.
Yeah.
32X, I never had one. The Genesis stack, I never had. Because I never had Genesis. I never had the Sega CD, and I didn't have the 32X.
I had a friend who had it, so I never owned any Sega products ever. But I kind of want the Neo Geo, the Atari Jaguar.
The what?
I want the. You don't know about the Atari Jaguar?
I know about the Jaguar.
The Atari Jaguar, but they call it Jaguar.
No, I know, because
was
we're
their own
American.
system, yeah.
Yeah, it was. The Lynx as well.
The Lynx. I gotta love the Lynx.
So
Man.
the only game that's worth looking for, purchasing, and playing on the Atari Jaguar is Aliens vs. Predator. Or it's Alien Space Marines or something like that. Because you could hook up the Lynx to the Jaguar and use the Lynx as the fucking aliens movement detector.
That's cool.
Yes.
I want it. I know you can't get it anywhere, but man, do I want. Because that was something you could win on that one weird idol game where your kids would run around in like a temple of the idol or something. I think it was called, and they're like you had to run around and look for hidden clues in rooms and like answer the questions that the idol would ask, and you had to do all that stuff, and you'd win a Neo Geo or a new Atari, and it's like, oh man.
It's what's crazy is that I had all of these. I mean, not personally, but every day I'd walk into my job and turn on the Neo Geo, turn on the Jaguar, power up the Lynx, turn on my, 27 TVs, all with one remote.
The good old days. All the
Yes.
CRTs just.
Oh,
blinking
all the
lights.
buzzing when they turn on. I do kind of miss it sometimes.
No one's gonna know the joy of putting a magnet to a CRT and messing with the color.
I mean, you don't even get to degauss a fucking screen anymore.
The degaussing. Yes.
That was my favorite thing to do to the family computer. Anytime I got on it was degaussing the screen.
Man, that humming and the little noises that like old tech would make.
Which kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week about the tubes. You wanted like a tube alarm clock. I mean, you won't need an alarm because the tube mechanics are loud enough.
Buzzing from the tubes.
Yeah.
Hearing the sizzle of the two connectors or whatever producing heat. Yeah,
That's awesome.
That'd be fun. I would like that a lot. I mean, I'd have it like in a room where I wasn't sleeping, but
Right.
I'd like to have one. Yeah.
Someday I got to pull out my Pong machine at some point.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
That would be fun. Trying to think. I think that's the oldest console I have. Yeah, 'cause
You have to show it off.
I don't have an Atari of any kind.
I have an Atari in my closet. I just don't want to take it out because it's a bunch of under a bunch of boxes. But I have an Atari just sitting in there with my old ET cartridge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Someone just showed the original ET puppet on the Twitters in its current form,
nice.
and it's scarier than it was in '84.
I'm sure it's peeling in all the
It's
wrong places.
it's disintegrating. It's not peeling. It's disintegrating.
I'm sure Yoda is the same way too.
I'm sure. It's hard to say. I wonder if Stan Sansweet, I believe that's his name. Sansweet is definitely his last name. He has the largest Star Wars collection, in the world. It's a museum. He opened up a museum. His collection is a museum, and I think yes, it is the largest. But when you worked for Lucasfilm for the majority of your life, a lot of stuff's kind of given to you.
Hey, you were close. It's a Steve Sansweet.
What did I say? Stan?
Stan Sansweet.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
Let's see. He is. Yes, he's 79. He's 80 years old.
Jesus Christ.
80 years old this year.
And his museum is called
I'd love to hear if you know it.
Obi-Wan something? Fucking wait, no, shut up.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Rancho Obi-Wan?
That's the one. Yep, that's it.
Look at the fucking big brain on me.
Where is it? You know where it is?
California.
Yes. That's the most I was hoping for. I mean, I don't think you'll know the city because the city is a tiny city near San Francisco. Like, it's a really small city.
I used to know it because he was a guest on a Star Wars podcast I used to listen to. I want to say Monterey, but I don't think that's right.
No, close. It's Petaluma.
Okay.
Petaluma, California.
I don't think Monterey's anywhere near San Francisco.
It is.
Oh, okay.
It's northern. It's northern California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would. I used to listen to a podcast that would review the Clone Wars cartoons.
Oh yeah.
And they would bring Steve in as a Star Wars expert.
Prop guy.
No, it's the Star Wars expert because I mean, like I said, he worked for Lucasfilm, I think, for the majority of his life. And then, besties with what's his face? Lucas.
Wow. Okay, so his museum is amazing. Too bad I'm nowhere near. I would love to have gone because but Petaluma is like a 10-hour drive from where I am. So not gonna happen. But yeah, there's pictures of Rancho Obi-Wan. He won a Guinness World Record in 2014. So he has the largest Star Wars memorabilia collection.
I think he has the Darth Vader he has was an on-screen used suit.
He just has it standing there too. He's not in class or anything. It's just standing out with the Cantina band.
I used to work for Dish Network back in the day. And in their headquarters building that I worked in the IT side of the building, which is where I was, they had a Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader and Stormtrooper suits, just out, and not even in glass, just out. That kind of, they were like the pedestals walking into the office area. And I always said that if they fired me, I was going to try and steal the Stormtrooper armor as I left, but I didn't get the chance. They moved buildings on me. But also in that IT building, they had the Star Wars Holy Grail movie poster.
Oh, nice.
And that was the other item. I was like, all right, how am I going to get this? This is pretty big.
Poster's easier to steal.
A lot easier. Yeah, that would be. The whole suit of armor would be tough. But I don't know if they were on-screen used, but they were definitely modeled after Empire Strikes Back.
Very cool.
And it was cool every day. I mean, I hated working there, but every day I was greeted by the Dark Lord of the Sith and, one of his lackeys.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
That's motivation right there to go to work, is to be.
Yeah, it was great. I went into work every day and turned Tony Romo's TV off.
There you go.
Didn't know who Tony Romo was at the time. Still don't really know, but apparently he plays football, or used to.
No, he's the ribs guy, the ribs restaurant. He's the guy who owns the.
Oh, well, whatever. All I know is
I'm joking.
All I know is that he never paid his TV bill. And my job was to turn your TV off if you didn't pay your bill.
Well.
And then when people told me he was a football player, my first reaction was, why doesn't he pay his fucking bill then?
Because you're playing, football. You don't make money in football.
No, not at all. Not at all. Let me look at the list here. Yeah, that's everything. That's everything. I got my taxes done. Actually, no, let's talk about that. I got my taxes done this past weekend. I did them myself. I had to wait a couple days for the state to accept a digital thing, accept the digital tax return thing, whatever. Sure. So as before, I said, hey, make sure you review everything. So I review everything, and there was a section for cars. And I'm like, oh, well, let me just look into this. And I clicked on something I shouldn't have. And after the review, it said I was going to get an $8,000 return from the state.
What did you click?
Before I realized I made a mistake, I started making plans. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to Mexico this year and Canada and all these other places. And then, it finished the review and it said, you fucked up somewhere. Go fix your fuck up. And it was the car section that I fucked up. It was for electric vehicles, new electric vehicles. But it didn't say that. It just said if you bought a car in the last few years and it meets the criteria. Well, my car's under the weight criteria. The only thing that, was stopping me is, one, it's not an electric car, and two, I bought it used. And the only options in this form was new and leased.
You do know that you can do your mileage for you can claim
No,
mileage.
I can't because we get paid for it.
No, even then. Well, I guess you get paid full then, the full amount.
Yeah,
because
I get the whatever the max amount of money you can get for. I know it's state to state different, but whatever my state is, I get the max per mile.
That's good. Good.
Yeah. We looked at we as a team. My team looked into that.
Oh.
Because we're all trying to get paid.
You can claim maintenance.
That's true.
I
didn't. So,
oil changes and stuff like that. You can claim.
Well, next time. But that's everything. We'll be back next week. hopefully around the same bat channel, because my work schedule, the people I work with are dependent on certain days off, which then forces the hand for me to be off on certain days, which hopefully will continue.
Yeah.
We'll see. Francis, where can people find you on the internet if they want to do so?
Just one place, at AKA the other guy on all social media. I just like to rub that in. It's Josh there.
But you like to, because you, Francis, as I stated earlier, are smarter than I am. I come up with ideas and just run with it. You come up with an idea and think about it and follow through with the long-term thinking. I just get an idea and it just pops out. So you're not going to be able to find me in one spot. You're going to find me all over the place. 303ninja _ on the Twitters. Wait, the fuck? I don't even know what my own shit is. 303 _ ninja on the Twitters. 303 ninja on the Instagram. Email us at thepoipodcast@gmail.com. Call, text, voicemail at 314-764-7631. Join us for the show. It'd be fun. Like these fine people that have been here, like Ginger and Push. And sometimes Swiss and Bullets. And sometimes Guapo. We're all here to have fun. That's everything, I think. That is, I went through all the stuff. Yes. How much time we got there? We got like 15 seconds. What can we talk about? What's your favorite kind of grilled cheese?
Regular.
I've never had a grilled cheese I don't think that was burnt. Or I have a very particular taste in my grilled bread. I actually have a counter. It's 30 seconds. But I've ran out of things to say. Francis wants to leave. He's getting embarrassed. So
No, it's just weird.
we're out of here, people. See you later. Bye.